The rally here in Grant Park wrapped up just before 5 o'clock this afternoon. It was an all-day affair which began this morning and was just one of many similar protests all across the country in opposition of the current administration's policies. A large crowd packed Grant Park's Butler Field this afternoon to rally in favor of worker and immigration rights and against the policies of the Trump administration. Mayor Brandon Johnson greeting the crowd shortly after their arrival.
But one thing that I know for sure, that because we have the strength that is out here today, we're going to protect the interests of working people and stand up and defend the evolution of our democracy.
The rally was the culmination of a roughly 2.5-mile march that saw thousands walk from Union Park in the West Loop, where they began to gather at 9 a.m.
There are ways to resist this administration, that there are ways to stand up to fascism. One of the many ways is the courts, and the other way is what's happening here today.
Formed by a coalition of labor unions and immigration rights groups, protesters came out in force, marching against the fear they say many in their communities now have as a result of the federal government's crackdown on undocumented immigrants.
I had invited some relatives to come with me, and they're just afraid. But I'm here to represent everybody who cannot be here.
Among those in the crowd today was Julieta Bolivar. She is a legal resident now, but that wasn't always the case. Arrested during a traffic stop more than 20 years ago, she was very nearly deported.
Many years fighting for the residency, and even my son, who was born here, he wanted to give me his paper in that time.
Organizers of today's march saying they have plans for several smaller events throughout the week, including a student walkout tomorrow, calling this a May Day week of action.